Only what attributes we learned. So BG, color, text, another one, background, and margins. We have left, right, top, and bottom margins. And one more, we discussed about how to use align. Right. I hope you tried all those examples. You tried that background image, background picture, how to set. We learned one example. So what we discussed in the last session is how to design the background image, how to keep the background image, right? How to keep the text with background image. Have you tried this? Able to do it? Successfully done that background and all, right? Yeah. Now we discussed only the body section related few attributes. Two more attributes are there in body section. For body tag, we have attributes like a link and v link. V link. Actually, let's see these two attributes now. So a link and v link. V link. So these are used to set colors for links in page. Currently, we don't know any links as of now. Links you will learn in later level. But just for understanding sake, observe the concept. Later you can try. As of now, no need to try this. Just you can see. Because for that, actually, we need links. So for example, see, in this page, I will design this page. I will remove all the effects and everything we written here. And let's keep this body section simple. Nothing inside. So we have this is empty. Actually, the page contains some links. Later, I will tell you how to create links. Suppose we have some www.amazon.in, it is Amazon, and we have another link. So ebay.in, so .com. So this is eBay shopping something. Like this, we have some links. So usually page contains links. Microsoft.com, say Microsoft. Generally, in our page, we have some links. But observe, when we have links in the page, colors are different. One eBay shopping is in dark blue color and others are in normal color. Others are in normal color. Actually, so these two indicates these two are visited links. These two are visited links. That means already those links are visited in my computer. So some time back, so previously. So that is the reason they are displayed in this color. This dark blue indicates it's not visited. It is an ordinary link. Visited links color is different. So now a link, v link. V link means visited link. That means so you can set color. So you can set visited link color. Visited link color we can set by using v link. V link is used for setting visited link color. Visited link color. And active link color. Active link color is defined by using a link. Active link color is defined by using a link. Ordinary link color is not there. Ordinary link color we have to apply with CSS. Later you will learn. As of now, you have two colors, visited links and active link. For example, see now, Visited link is a different color is there. I am writing like this in the body section. V link. V link is equal to some gray. I'm using gray. Then you can see that visited links color will be in gray color. By default, they have a different color, but now we changed that color. It's our wish. You can change. Whenever you open links, so visited links color can be different. That is to tell the people who are using website that you already visited this. That is just a notification. So you can change the color of visited link. You can say some green. That means the visited links will be in green color. I want gray, so I set it to gray, visited link in gray color. And observe carefully when I click on this e-shopping, that means when I say eBay shopping. When I click on eBay shopping, that means I visited this website. I visited that website. After visiting, once go back again. When I go back, now it says that its color is changing because it is visited. Visited links color will be different and ordinary link color will be different. If anyone asks like, can I change ordinary link color also? You can, but not now. So in HTML, it is not possible. In HTML, you can change only active link color, another one visited. What is meant by active link? Active link means when I move, see here I am writing one more attribute, a link. A link, active link, I will say red. Now you can see active link means move the mouse onto that link, and when I try to visit that, hold down the mouse button, it will be red color. That is called active link. So this is visited link and this is active link. Normal link have colors. Those colors we can't change. Currently in body section, you have only two options, A link and V link. So that is used to change the color for visited links and active links. So syntactically, how do we write? In the body section, we have A link, some red, and V link, we say some gray. That's how we are defining color. But for that, in the body section, there must be some links. Links we haven't discussed yet. Later we will learn. But for body section, we have these two attributes. We need to know what is purpose of them. What is the purpose of active link and the purpose of visited link? That is to change color. So if anyone asks a question like, can we change color for normal link? Normal link. So answer is not possible with HTML. Not possible with HTML. You can change with CSS. That later you will see. Currently in HTML, there is no chance of changing the color of normal link. You have only two options, either visited links or active links. What is meant by visited link? Visited link means already it is visited on that PC. What is meant by active link? Active link means when user hold down the mouse button, that is active, right? These are two attributes and how we can design the options with this. Just for your reference sake, I will copy this example to you. I will upload this into classroom. You can get it from there, right? This is just example for your practice. But what is a link? How links are created? These you are going to learn in next later level. We will discuss. We added this just to understand the body attributes. So finally, I will give a summary of the attributes you learned. So we learned what are the sections. So we learned head section. In head section, what we have? So title, link, meta, style, and script. And we learned about body section. And for body section, we discussed about some important attributes. What are the attributes? So in the HTML, we learned how to design two sections, head and body. Now, important is how to design the contents inside the body section. How do we design the contents in body section? We have to learn about so body semantic elements, body semantic elements, how we can work and design with the body semantic elements we will see now. So that means how to design the body section. Actually, in the body, so many options are there. We will learn the semantic elements. I will delete all of this and define like this. Now, we want to present some content in the page. If you want to present some content in the page, it must section body. In body section, earlier actually, in up to HTML5, HTML4, up to HTML4, body section is designed. Body section is designed by using tables. Means earlier, to design the HTML page body section, we need to depend on a concept called tables. But tables have a lot of issues. That's the reason in the latest versions, we are not using tables. Actually, what problems we have with tables? Tables lead to a tables lead to a situation called, we call that situation as kiss of death. Kiss of death. It is a technical word. So tables lead to a situation called kiss of death. These are technical words. So if you know computer technologies, so many such technical terms you will hear, like so many technical terms like kiss of death, like blue death screen. So like yellow death screen. So has a relation, like is a relation. These are all computer related technical terms, has a single source of truth. Like that, so many technical words are there in computer technologies. You will come across with a lot of such computer technical terms. And as a developer, you should know that. Later you will learn like cross-site scripting attacks, request forgery. When you say I am experienced level, means if you say that I have 10 years experience in technology, then anybody may ask you, what is single source of truth in computing technologies? Because in general software technologies, Java, .NET, PHP, any software technology, there is a single source of truth. They will ask what is cross-site scripting attack, how to prevent it. They will ask what is request forgery, how to prevent it. This tells his experience levels and his abilities in his technology, what he learned, right? So that means we can test the levels of experience. Even if he says, I have 10 years experience, we can have questions to him so that he can't answer. So complex things will be there. That's the reason these kind of technical words are very common and you will see regularly. For example, you may be using Windows operating system. When you are using Windows operating system, you might have experienced while using Windows, suddenly a blue screen comes and stops your Windows. It says fatal error, and this is generally how you tell to technician. That means you are a software engineer and you got this problem and you have to report to your company saying that in my laptop this problem is there, then we will say that my laptop is showing me a blue death screen. Then my hardware technician can understand that, okay, this is the problem, you do this, do this, do this, it will be corrected. You cannot explain that I am getting a blue screen on that there is something written yellow, green, red. He will laugh. Obviously, that is like school people telling about some problem. That means a technician should know what problem is on his machine and he should exactly hit that technical word. Now, what is meant by kiss of death? Kiss of death means it's not sure when it comes. That means the general meaning of this is it is not sure when it comes. Now, why this word is used for tables? Why this word is used for tables? See, actually, what happens is earlier, entire website is designed with tables. So, this is my website, this is my page. In this page, we used to design everything. We used to design everything by using table. You know that table organizes information into rows and columns. Generally, tables will organize information into rows and columns. Everything we design by using tables. We design everything by using tables actually. We design by using tables like this. Now, what is problem in this type of layout? What is problem in this layout is, for example, we have a logo here and we have an advertisement here and we will have some footer here. That means copyrights and something, copyright something is there. Now inside this we have some pictures here, some picture here. Now I am telling about the situation. If you are the user of internet from several years, that means almost from 10-15 years you are using internet, you can observe that the difference. Several years back, that means almost 5-7 years back, when we used to open websites, when a page opens, so suddenly there is no order for loading. Suddenly some picture opens at bottom, suddenly some picture comes at right side. There is no order. That means top is empty but bottom something is loading. We can feel that experience early days. There is no order. That means in this, which one will load first? Advertisement will load first, image will load first, logo will load first, or copyrights will load first? Not sure. That means page is completely not sure that which content it is going to show first. That means as a person who is watching website, it will look like abnormal loading. Something bottom loading, something top loading, something right side loading. There is no order for loading. This situation is called as kiss of death. So earlier in web pages we need to face this problem. There is one more problem in this. Actually, tables leads to this situation, and the tables are not SEO friendly. Tables are not search engine friendly. Why they are not search engine friendly? One small point I will tell you. Actually, let's take another example here. Suppose we have a page. Let's take one simple example. We have a page. So in this page, so we have an image. This image is yeah, we have an image here. This is a car image. This is car. Okay. Below that, I have another image. So I have another image. Suppose I said some rows. Some rows is there. And here there is a caption figure. So there is a caption figure. Some range rover like this is there. Now what happens is, this is the caption here. What happens is, suppose we are using Google search. We are using Google search, and somebody in the Google search box, suppose this is a search engine. This is search engine. In this Google search box, he is searching for Range Rover. Range Rover. He is searching for Range Rover. Now, what happens is these robots will come here. They will identify that in our page there is a word called Range Rover. They will crawl over our page. They will find out. Now, which picture they will return? Car picture or rose? Now, this caption belongs to picture above or picture below? Confusion. That means now robots confused that they can't understand whether this caption belongs to image above or below, because robots cannot read images. They cannot read images. Then that is the reason earlier, 4 or 5 years back, when you are using search engines, when you search for any pictures in Google, you will find lot of images which are not related to your search. I hope even today you can face that. In search, you will find lot of images which are not related to your search. You are searching for some keywords and some photos came which not at all related to the words I am searching. This is the problem, because robots cannot understand. You may tell, like, for example, if I write this caption on the photo, robots cannot read them. Robots cannot read anything written on photo. That means it must be right. That means now robots are confused whether this belongs to below or above. That means the content is not search engine friendly. Is not search engine friendly. The contents are not search engine friendly. Contents are abnormal in loading. Lot of problems we used to face by using tables. But every website in the world designed with tables on earlier. But what happened is HTML5 introduced HTML5 introduced new elements into body section to design a layout, that can be SEO friendly. So that can be SEO friendly. Now, to overcome this problem, HTML5 came with some new elements. What are all the elements in body section you will learn, but currently we are discussing about the new elements in the body section which are designed specially in HTML5 to make the pages more search engine friendly. Not only search engine friendly, that means it is used to overcome the issues of tables that we were facing. So the main concept is search engine friendly. To design the pages more search engine friendly, HTML5 introduced new elements into body section. What are those elements? The new elements of HTML5 body section are, we have elements like aside, we have article, we have dialogue, we have figure, we have fig caption. So we have header, so a footer, we have section, main. So we have now and menu, we have a div, so and we have a span. These are all the important new elements. Now we will see what they are, why to use them, how they are used. These are all the new elements introduced into HTML5 to make the page more search engine friendly. So more search engine friendly. Without this also we can design. Without this also we can design. But if you use this, then it will be more better. That means search engines can easily identify. So these are the new elements in the body section to create a good layout. Later, so many other new elements are there. We will discuss. In body, so many will be there. Paragraphs, headings, they are present along with HTML 4 and 5. But we are discussing about the new elements. What are the new elements? And how to use these elements to create a good layout. To create a good layout. So, without elements, earlier we have to use tables, but now we have to prefer using these elements. And remember, all these elements are containers. All these elements are containers. Containers means we keep some content inside them. That means all these elements, all are container elements. All are containers. Containers. Containers means, so we have aside. That means you can put your content inside it. You can put your content. Content can be anything. It can be text, picture, graphics, anything you can keep inside it. That means all these elements are containers. Then why so many containers? If all are containers, why you have so many containers? What is the purpose of these elements? Why they are called semantic elements? We call these as semantic elements. Semantic elements means the elements for a specific purpose. Elements for a specific purpose. These are the elements for a specific purpose. What are these? We will see. What are aside, article, dialogue, and all these we will see. Let's see the basic layout here. Suppose we are designing a page. We are designing a page. This is the page. Okay. And when you are designing the page, so in this page, generally, what you want to show at the top margin of page, at the top margin of page, what you want, this is considered, this is kept in header. Usually, what is the role of header? Header role is to display the contents that you want to show at the top margin. At the top margin, we keep that generally in header. What you want to show at the bottom margin of page, that is called as, at the bottom margin of page, if you want to show something, then that is called as footer. Then we call this as footer. That is header and footer. We have header and footer. Now, what is present between header and footer? What is present between header and footer? That means generally anything defined between header and footer, this is called section. That means between header and footer we call as section. Right? That is called section. We have a header, we have a footer, and we have section. Generally, what you want to keep at the top margin, the bottom margin between header and footer. Let's take a simple example. Suppose I'm showing you here, suppose Netflix. This is Netflix. In the Netflix, you can observe in the Netflix. So this is the header area. That means this is the header area. In the header area, you are having Netflix, right side English button. This is header. That means top having a logo and the button. Scroll down at the bottom, you can see this is footer. That means copyrights, everything, copyrights and other contact related information. This is called footer. Between header and footer, all this is called as section. Between header and footer, all this called as section. Every website is like that. Suppose I opened Instagram. So this is Instagram here. And you can see in the Instagram. So this is Instagram. And in the Instagram, observe carefully. Here there is a footer and there is a section. They don't have an header. There is no header. That means it is having only section. And so it is not mandatory that you need to have all this. If you have all these, they will be more search engine friendly. So that search engine can easily identify which is header, which is footer, so that it can easily track your information. So it's not mandatory that you need to have all this. Without these also you can design. Without these, if you design, then that doesn't makes a standard web page. That's an ordinary web page without standards. Then search engines take that website. That means they will not consider that page. They will spam those pages. They will not even so use them in search results. That is the reason we need to design with correct options. So header section, and inside the section, you see, inside the section, lot of content is there. But out of all this content, this is the main content. This is the main content of this particular website. Have an option like what is our main concept? Unlimited movies, TV shows, and more. And if you want to use our site, you have to register and get started. This is the main information. After that, other information will come. Other information like you can watch these, you can watch that, and all these. But in that, we have this main content. So that is designed. That means whatever you want to show as a main content in your page, that is designed in a separate called so main. We keep that in a separate area called main. We can keep in a separate area main. Main contains the main content of your page. Along with main content, several other contents it can have, right? As of now, the main content is that main content. One more important here is, you see, whenever a picture is there, you have pictures. These kind of pictures already, and some caption is there for that. Usually, already I told you a problem previously. Problem is picture separate, caption separate. Then it is difficult for robots to identify the pictures and captions. But now you have a better option. You have a better option. Anywhere you can keep. I am just keeping like this. You have a better option. You can have a figure container. In this figure container, you can put some picture. You can put some picture. And under that picture, you can put a we can put a fig caption. This fig caption is related to this figure. That means now it is easy for robots to search for the caption and pick the photo. That means now every picture is kept in a separate figure, so that every figure have a image and every figure will have a caption, and that caption is related to that picture. That makes pictures more search engine friendly. For that, we have an option called figure caption. So I hope you understood these things. Top margin, header. Bottom margin, footer. Between header and footer, section. And main content, main. We have to design by using main. Another important is, generally websites will have navigation like home, about, contact. So what features they provide? Usually navigation is kept left side, as per is kept left side. And here by using a container called nav. In some websites, navigation is kept in the header. In the header also you can have a navigation. Usually navigation is kept in the header. So in some websites, navigation will be in both header and section. Usually we keep the navigation. What generally navigation contains? Navigation contains, so all the contents they are going to present in their site, so that user can go to that location easily. So generally navigation everything in a menu. So navigation contains a menu. Inside the menu you will have all the items. Similarly here also navigation contains what? Menu. Inside the menu you can keep all the items. Inside the menu you can keep all the items. Usually what a kind of items we keep in the menu? So like different categories whatever they are having. For example, home, like login, like register, like some mobiles, so like electronics, something like this. Similarly, you can have them here also. You can maintain a menu like home, like login, like register, like mobile, like this. You see the websites, for example, here in this Netflix, they don't have a menu. They don't have a menu. So it means a complete navigation they don't have. But once you log in, they will give a menu. Once you log in, they will give a menu in that they contain categories, English movies, Hindi movies. So which category you want, you can choose. For example, see, if I open Flipkart, this is Flipkart. And you can see in the Flipkart, there is a navigation here. Now in this Flipkart, so you can see in that flip option now, that means let's take this simple full strip here. I'm just capturing this. And you can see that in this area is header, right? So in this area is header. You can see this is the area we are having, and this area is a header area, right? This is header. And you see this is navigation. This is navigation. In navigation, they have accessories, mobile, fashion. Navigation contains several categories. Navigation can be top, navigation can be left. They can keep navigation. Navigation related, all the contents are kept. Usually, all the contents are kept in nav area. Now, when I select any category, sometimes the navigation comes into this left panel. Suppose I am looking for electronics, Samsung, something. I click on products. You can see the navigation side also. You will have left navigation. Suppose you have right navigation, depending on your requirement. Let's open Amazon. You see the navigation comes here. Navigation can be left, navigation can be top, you can display anywhere. So navigation relation options are separately kept in a nav area. They are kept in a separate nav area. Now, so that means you have figure caption, we have header footer section, we have main, nav, and menu. Now one more important, you see here we have aside article dialog. Actually, aside indicates, generally you can keep anywhere. Suppose we have here aside. The meaning of aside means it contains information which is not related to your website. Aside means it contains information which is not related to our website. That means what we keep which is not related to our website. In our website, what we keep which is not related to our website. We keep usually advertisements, ads. That means aside contains ads. That means search engine should understand that this part doesn't belong to your website. It is in your website, but it is telling something others. That means it should not search in that area. It should search only in your main content. It should search in only in your section. It should not search in aside because it is not related to your site. So aside contains information which is not related to our site. Usually we keep ads, advertisements. That is aside. Another important article. Article is nothing but it is highlights about your website. Article usually contains highlights about your website. That means when anybody opens a website, for example, you see, suppose I am opening IRCTC. I am opening IRCTC website. When I open IRCTC website, you can see in this website IRCTC. So I open IRCTC and okay. In this IRCTC, you can see some here. You can see here some tips are defined. Close. Yeah. So you can observe that in this, what happens is some options are there. So you can see some options are there and observe carefully. Right side, there is a box. This box is aside. That means it is not related to direct IRCTC. It is related to some advertisement they are doing on IRCTC. Now, where is article here? Article is nothing but anything. So if they are trying to tell, you observe here. So this can be treated as an article. Article means some updates, some information about that website, what is recently going on. Sometimes you visit any college website, they say that results released, hall tickets are available, so you have scheduled from this date onwards, admissions open. All such things are highlighting about their website, and we call those as a, what, article. Article means so highlights about their site. Usually it contains information about their site, highlights about their site, that you can generally define by using article. Aside and article. Dialogues are very important actually. Dialogue means they will be opened only when they are required. For example, when I open IRCTC, in IRCTC there is a help desk, and when I click on, see at the bottom, you can see there is a small, this icon is there. When I click that icon, a pop-up will come. Here you can ask your question. This is called dialogue. This is called dialogue. Dialogues will not display by default. They will open when required, and you close, then they will close when you want, when you don't want to display. That means dialogue is a container which usually contains a pop-up. So in that pop-up, you can do a lot of things. You can open a chat box, you can open a comment box, you can open a login, you can open a register, like things, so many things we can do. That means we don't want it to display directly. We want to open only when it is required. In that case, we have to keep that information inside what, the dialog. That means these are all the containers that makes a professional web page. Without this also you can design a web page, but that is not as per standards. That is not SEO friendly. That is useless then. If you are designing a page which is not SEO friendly in the real world development, it is never suitable for search engines. They will ignore your pages, they will spam your pages. That is the reason we have to use them. So I hope you understood all the purpose of these up to now. What is a site? A site contains information which is not related to our site. Article, highlights of your site, highlights about your site. Dialogue is nothing but it is an optional interaction with website. Optional interaction which you can turn on and off. Figure, to keep images with caption. To pictures with caption, we can use figure and figure caption. Top section of page, header. Bottom section of page, footer. Between header and footer, section. In that, main content is designed using main. Navigation bar is designed using nav. Items in navigation are designed by using menu. That is the option. And we have divs and spans. Actually, there is nothing complex. Div and span, very simple concept actually. So these are also containers. Division and span. Actually, if anybody asks what is div and span, generally you should know that div defines blocked content. Actually, div defines blocked content, and span defines inline content. This is the correct definition. Div defines blocked content and span defines inline content. That is the key point about div and span. That is the official definition. Blocked contents and inline content. What is the meaning here is, for example, see, means how to understand, to use them and define them. Suppose I have here a heading. I have a heading called HTML. That is a heading. And under that heading about HTML, so one paragraph is written. That means about HTML, one paragraph is written, and another paragraph is written, another paragraph is written. These three paragraphs are related to one HTML topic. Now, are they combined? They are not combined. All three paragraphs are independent. Then what we do is we keep this into a one division. Understood? That means we keep this into one div. This indicates this all belongs to one topic. This all belongs to one topic. That means all these paragraphs are belonging to one division. That means they are all belonging to one topic. Another important is here, this is HTML. And similarly, suppose I have CSS. About CSS, some para 1 is there, para 2 is there, para 3 is there, like this. Three paragraphs are there. Now what happens is all these three paragraphs, another division. That means we keep another div. That means we keep this another division. Now very important is these two topics are independent. These two topics are independent. So this topic is kept in one division, and this topic is kept in another division. It is kept in another division. That means how many topics are present here? Two. In that topic we have another section. How many sections are present? Because under this you cannot write in sections, mains, like concept. Then how you divide them? By using divs. By using divs. That means this is a main div, this is a main div, and this is another div. Understood? That means this belongs to one category, this belongs to another. And very important, these two are present. Suppose HTML, CSS, these two are present under a web category. Under a web category, that means we will keep all these under one container. Understood? This is another main div which contains all the contents. This is the right way of organizing our content, so that search engines can easily understand that okay, these three paragraphs belongs to this area, other three paragraph belongs to this, these two topics belongs to web. This is the way of making your content understandable clearly to the contents. And how these contents load? Blockwise. Blockwise means every div will load line by line. Every div will be loading line by line. For example, you write here. That means here I am writing a div. This is topic 1. Topic 1. I am writing another div. This is topic 2. Topic 2. And another div. And this is 3. And why they are called blocked contents? Because by default, these divs will load. You can run this and see. They will load one below another. They are blocked contents, means one below another. They are used for categorizing. However, you can later put them side by side, one below another, anywhere. With CSS you can control them. But this is to tell that these three topics belong to one category. We will put another div inside that. That means this all three belongs to one category. That is the way of representing. Suppose if I am using instead of div span, if I am using instead of div span, that means actually span is used for keeping inline content. Span is used for using inline content. I am using span. I am using span, and you can see when I use, then span is used for inline content. Inline content means it will display side by side. Divs will be one below another. Span will be inline. Generally, where we use these spans? Where we use these spans? For example, see, in a div, I am typing some content. Welcome to HTML. HTML. It is a markup language like this. Now, very important is in this, I want to write something should be separated from this, but it should still stay inside it. That means what I will do is I will write here. So for more details, For more details, visit. They need to visit our website. Generally, what we do is here, everything looks like this. For more details, visit, everything looks like this. Now, what we want to do here is observe carefully. Here, I want to put some link there so that user can visit our website. But this is separating the contents. Usually what we do is we have a habit of not directly writing, we keep in a span. And so I will say click here, I will write like this. That means, so visit and click here. Now how it looks like, it looks like as a part of this line, but it is separated. It looks like it is a part of the line, but it is separated. What I can do later by the help of CSS, see what I am doing. By the help of CSS, I can put its color some red, they like this. That means it is a part of your content, but it have a special behavior, or it is separated. Part of your content, but separated for effects. In that case, you cannot put a div. So why? Because, for example, see, I can keep this span. I can keep this span anywhere. Anywhere I will keep here. Anywhere I can keep the span. It is a part. But if I keep this in a div, what will happen? Observe. Makes a division. Then automatically it will come to next line. It will come to next line. If you are designing categories, then put them in divs. If you are designing inline contents, then put them in span. Only one point, side by side, inline. For that we have to use spans. One below another, then we have to use divs. There is no other point about div and span, right? Many people force you to tell more differences between div and span. There is no only one difference, div and span. Div is blocked content, span is inline content. That's it. Many times people have a lot of confusion, because people generally in interviews, they try to confuse you in this. But if you know perfectly the definition, then you don't need to worry about their complex questions. You can simply tell the official definition what it is. That's enough. Because many times in small medium scale companies, what they do, when you go to interviews, the person who is interviewing, he will try to show his talent to you. He will not test your talent. He will try to show up his talent to you, right? You don't know this, you don't know this, you haven't learned this, I know all this. He shows up his talent to you, right? So due to that, so many unnecessary questions will come. You have to bear them in interviews. Because once you are trying to answer, once you are answering good, he's asking questions and you are answering majority of the questions, then his ego will hurt. That means he is an interviewer who is asking questions and you are answering every question of him, then his ego will hurt, obviously. Then he thinks that now I should ask something he can't answer. So that is the attitude of the small scale company interviewers, people who interview. In large MNCs level interviews, what happens? He will just ask what is needed. That's it. He will not go nonsense questions. But you will get a lot of nonsense questions in small, medium scale companies if you try to answer everything correctly, right? Then he will try to confuse you in asking so many unnecessary things. In this is because I have seen so many times people again and again coming with question like, sir, somebody said div and span, some more difference is there. There is no difference. Officially, people who built div and span, they given this definition, that blocked content, inline content. That's it. No need to worry about any other things, but you need to understand where to use them. And I hope you are clear in understanding where to use them, right? To organize your content, then you have to design by using these divs and spans. Divs and spans. I will tell you one more situation, then you can get more idea. Observe. For example, we are designing a registration form. We are designing a registration form. In this registration form, we have options like, so in the registration form, we have like username, and under that username there is a text box. Under that text box there is a message. So the message says, so name required, like this message is there, some star mark something is displayed like this. Now this is one option we are having, and another we are designing here password. So for password we have another box here. So password another box here, and here we are defining some content. So we are configuring some content here, password. So 4 to 15 characters like this. Now very important, I hope now you can tell how to organize this, how to organize this into containers, how to organize this area into containers, how to organize this into containers. Actually observe carefully, this username is in a div, understood? In a div we have, in a div first, the main div, this is the div for username. Okay, in this what we are having, we are having a label called username. Okay, what is label later you will learn, no need to worry, we have a label. Or better I will give you to make you understand, this is a span, we have a span for that username. Below that we want a text box, then we have to design a div. In this div we design the text box, understood? And this text box is closed, text box is closed. Under the text box there is an option called name required, that means we again design a div, because below we want na, that means here we will define option as what, name required. I hope you understood the hierarchy now. This is how we represent our contents, we represent our contents. That means this is the main container, understood? This main container is used for this one, am I right? So that is the main container. Under that there is another container, there is another container. The another container is to display the text box, this is one container. That means here we are having container. Under that there is another one, this is for displaying error message. Why you kept under the text box in a separate division? Why you kept in a separate division? Because the purpose of this is it will hide when name is entered. If it will show when name is not entered, it should be separated from text box but should work for text box. Understood the point? That means it should be separate division, it should be separate division. That means whenever we want, what should happen, if name is entered this message should not display. That means this division should hide. Again when name is required, this division should display, this division should display. That is the reason we have to keep in a separate container. And if you want, if you keep in a span it will come beside it, understood? If you put in a span it says name required beside it. If you put in a div it will come below, it will come below. That is how we design the spans. And span means inline. Sometimes we want message beside it, then we will put in a span. Sometimes we want below it, then we will put in a div. Just roughly I will show you here, observe, you can understand that. That means I'm giving here, so input type text, roughly input type is equal to text, and here I defined, so I written below name required, name required. I'm writing like this, you can see that it will be like this. Div means even you write beside it will come below, it will come below. Div means it will come below. But if I keep this in a span, what should happen? If I keep this in a span, what will happen? That means it will keep the content beside it. That means it will keep the content beside it. That is span and div. So inline and blocked contents. That is the main reason actually. So you need to understand that how to handle it, right? Now, very important, we just discussed the purpose of all this. Purpose of all this. But important is directly writing them in a page will not give the appearance. We need to design them with a lot of CSS. Directly writing them will not make any sense. See, let's put all these in our page and design. See what I am doing here. In the body section, I am giving, first we will start with header. In header I am writing Amazon, suppose Amazon shopping. Okay, good. Next, after that we will have a section. After the section we will have a footer. In the footer I am writing some copyright 2022, something like this. Okay, now between header and footer we have a section. In the section we are giving navigation. Navigation we are giving a div. Here we are writing home. Another div we have electronics. Another div we have some footwear, something like this. And very important, in the navigation all these kept in a menu. Am I right? In a menu we are keeping all there. Okay, we have a navigation. In that menu we have all this. And in the section there is another option, main. In section we have main. In the main what you are doing is, suppose shopping main content. Just roughly I am writing some sentences. Okay, in the main they can have, they can have a figure can have an image here. And they can have a fig caption contains some figure 1.1, something like this. You can give any name, any reference for that. Suppose I given some mobiles like this, I defined, right, mobile. So we have a main figure. In the main we can put here, we can put not only figure, we can put here article. In the article I am saying some 50% off on electronics, something like this. That is the highlights that you want to display. And we have another option. After main I am giving an aside. In aside I will put ads here. Actually we put pictures and everything inside that area. Currently we don't know anything, that's the reason we are just using text. Okay, now one more is missing. I hope everything right now. One more is missing. What is missing? So dialogue is missing. What I will do is, in the main bottom, I am using dialogue. I will say help. So I will give help. And I can use a span. You can display a span menu. Everything is ready. In the navigation we have the menu contains all these options. Everything is ready. And now run this and see. When I run this and see, when I run this, you can see that it doesn't have much appearance. It doesn't have any much appearance. It looks normal. That means HTML is why you have learnt all this, to make your content search engine friendly, but it is not user friendly. To make it user friendly, you have to use CSS. So with CSS you can put headings, colors, you can put menu appearances, you can keep where you want. Advertisement right side, this left side, you can keep this. Observe carefully, almost everything came, but dialogue is missing. You see there is no dialogue. Help option is not there. Why? Because dialogue usually requires, where is the dialogue I written here? Dialogue requires an option called open. Dialog requires an option called open. When I say open, then it will display like this. You can keep it open anywhere you want. So, and very important is, these you cannot control. These to control we need CSS, JavaScript, lot of things are required. You are after all in HTML beginning. That means you just can put them. That's it. Right? To give a good appearance, you need to have a lot of knowledge of CSS now. Then you can do. We will do this. We will learn how to present it properly now. That means we will not wait until CSS. We will see how to present it properly. As of now, you can try. Observe carefully. I will open this dialog. Then help is removed. It's normal. Observe carefully. How to write styles, I told you in the last session. We have to put which tag? Style in the head section. Observe here, I am writing header. We have a header. Okay, for header what effects you want? For header, I am giving background color, some tomato. And for that, we have color as white. For that, we want text align center. These attributes I will tell you, detail we will discuss about them. And observe carefully, header contains the appearance like this. Now I want the same appearance for footer also, and you see footer gets the same appearance. We want some distance between header and footer. That means section is there. Section. For section, I will give height as some 500 pixels. Then section height will increase. It looks like this. We have header, we have footer, and section between. We want to divide the section into 3 areas. Left side navigation, in between main, right side. Then we have to apply the styles. For example, section, I'm using display grid. Just observe, I will explain detailedly later. So here 3 fractions, some 6 fractions, and 3 fractions. And you observe now, content will divide like this. Left side you have a navigation, center you have the main, right side we have the advertisement. Like this, we need to arrange everything. That means these parts I will tell you in the next concept we will discuss. As of now, without that, it looks normal. That means HTML will teach you how to design, so how to present, but to make it user friendly, that means to make it more interactive, we have to add lot of styles. Now what you have to learn is how to design various styles. Now I will teach you how to design the footers. That means, for example, you see Netflix. Now we will learn how to design a header, how to design a footer. That means how do we design such footers, how to design the headers, how to design the sections, and we will learn how to create the layouts. So for that, we need to implement some styles also and design along with these elements, that we will see in our next session. Tomorrow we will do that. Okay. So today I just explained what are the elements that we use in the body section to make the contents effective. Now, by using these, tomorrow we are going to try some real world examples. That means we will take example of website and we will try to design their headers and footers and section and everything with the help of these along with CSS. That means we will try to replicate the real world website examples so that you will get a clarity how to handle them, right? Tomorrow we will see about that. These all notes I will upload into the classroom. Then tomorrow we will discuss how to design some examples using this. Then I will can give you some exercises. I will show 1-2 tasks in class. I will give you some exercises you have to do by yourself, right? So then tomorrow we will continue with this. Okay, right. Every example already uploaded into classroom, you observe. So in the classroom we have Google Classroom na? In the Google Classroom, this is our Google Classroom I already given. In this Google Classroom, already every example is uploaded. This is our 7 p.m. example. In this classroom, you can see I uploaded HTML complete material. Every day I given a note here. All topics are here. You can refer this document for everyday topics. I given a note also there, right? You need to open it and you can see it is a 200 pages document. It is 200 pages document, and in the document you will see all the contents we have given there. So in this document, what we discussed today from the beginning day onwards, what is the class today? So today class is about the body section, right? You can see this is the body section. Head section completed already. In the body section, these are the options. These are the options that we discussed today. Understood? These are the options we discussed today. What is aside, what is article, what is dialogue, and an example by using this. Understood? Everyday topic you can continue from here, right? No need to tell that see here every day, right? Everything is present in this document, you can do. And not only this, every day we will try some new examples which are not in this. Those examples I will post into classroom code every day. Every day I will upload the examples that I am showing in the class. Along with that, this will also will be there. Okay, we have to refer this document every day, right? Tomorrow we will see some examples on this. Okay.